political parties appear to have crossed the boundaries of decency to transgress our peaceful activities and our focus on political schedules. On the 29th of September 2022, an eminent group of statesmen under the aegis of the National Peace Conference brought together all presidential candidates to sign a peace accord, which represents an agreed code of conduct for the 2023 presidential elections. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, it is unfortunate that despite the noble objectives of this initiative, disinformation and misinformation about the Labour Party and its candidate have become fashionable in this election season. Recently, for example, there was a false narrative being spread nationwide that His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi is against the production of oil in the north. Nothing could be further from the truth. His Excellency Peter Obi repeatedly stated at various local and international fora that the greatest physical asset of Nigeria is the vast, rich land in the north, and declared his commitment as a visionary, transformative leader to exploit same for the overwhelming benefit of the Nigerian people. To the architect of consumption to production, oil in the north means more revenue for development, more jobs and opportunities. Earlier attempts to discredit Obi's candidacy through fabricated allegations of demolitions of mosques, internal deportation of northerners, issuance of ID cards, and ethnic hostilities were all resoundingly, conclusively proven to be false and without basis. As if those were not enough, just a few days ago, the presidential candidate of the APC, speaking in Delta State and referring to our presidential candidate, said it was a disgrace to mention his name. While our candidate is quite comfortable with not being mentioned, it is most unpresidential, indecorous, and disrespectful from the candidate who claims his turn at Nigerian presidency. APC's strategy against Peter Obi now appears very clearly centered on promoting falsehood in addition to empty and derogatory personal attacks. And of course, this is because they can find no contentious point of negativity to push. Little wonder that their vice presidential candidate has consistently put to shame the noble heritage of the great Borno Empire in his unguarded and uncultured public pronouncements, which expose his intellectual laziness and discomfort with empirical facts and arguments. Regular insults, which have now become his trademark, have not spared the current vice president, whom he directed to go and sell ice cream, nor the former vice president, whom he described as a pure water seller, a noble venture which serves the populace better than a certain white substance. It is pertinent to recall how Mr. Shettima, at a recent public event, belittled Atiku Abubakar's educational qualification, as well as the modest lifestyle of Peter Obi. Clearly, Mr. Shettima is out of touch with reality I cannot understand that people like Peter Obi, who have reached the heights in business and material achievements, have long transcended the need for ostentatious display of wealth. We congratulate Mr. Shettima on having improved his dressing. But we equally remind him that he needs to improve his public composure and discipline in communication. Shettima is called upon to speak kindly and more responsibly about all personalities, if only to uphold long-established minimum standards. We cannot also forget his disposition and uncooperative attitude when hundreds of girls were abducted under his watch as governor in 2014, where he did little to rescue them in the first place or facilitate their rapid rescue. A governor under who education was sustained as forbidden. The circumstances of his emergence as candidate in 2011 leaves yet many questions unanswered. Maybe you switch off your own. Oh, okay. No one has ever heard me speak about the health conditions of Bola Ahmed TINUBU, or for that matter, any other person. No one has ever heard me, and I cannot be quoted. And I can speak for His Excellency Governor Peter Obi. We don't speak about their personal conditions, any God-given talents, because there is philosophy behind this. There is morality behind it. I personally believe that the health in you, in anybody, is bestowed by Almighty Allah. And Peter Obi made the same comment. When TINUBU could not show up for a variety of events, we spoke and he said, I really hope this gentleman is all right. He expressed that concern. I really, really hope TINUBU is okay. And Peter Obi and myself will not hold it against him that he is not well. The health and the strength in Peter Obi is not his own making. God gave him. The health and the strength in me now and for everybody is not our making. God gave us. We really sympathize with Peter Obi and we will not hold it against him. With TINUBU. We sympathize with TINUBU and will not hold it against him that he is not well. However, Nigeria is too great for any individual's ambition, individual and group. Nigeria is too great. I refer us to President Goodluck Jonathan, who said his personal ambition is not worth the blood of any Nigerian, and handed over the government. A well-respected leader all over Africa, and indeed the world today, Bola Ahmed TINUBU, claims to be a godfather. He can continue to be a godfather if Nigerian presidency is not for him. It is not in our place, Peter Obi and myself, to tell him that you're sick. Please, go and relax. If you think you can, be our guest. Come to the field, we beat you. And even in doing that, we will treat you kindly and show respect to you. When we beat you, take you back home, and show you how we will handle Nigeria. But anybody who means well for Nigeria and knows that they have shortcomings, for God's sake,